Hi! In this video we will see two other modules of workflows, Snowpack and Hazard Assessment. The Snowpack module consists of two parts. First, at the top, there is a free-form text field that you can use to write a short paragraph that describes the snowpack in your area. Then, at the bottom, we have the persistent weak layer tracking system that allows you to keep track of the persistent weak layers that you are observing in your area. For each of them, you have the ability to specify what their status is. You can give them a crystal type, and you can give a typical depth of that weak layer in your general area. The idea is to have an electronic version of your idealized snow profile. By having it within the InfoEx, you can now share that information with your neighbors and they can get a better sense of what the general PWL conditions are within your area. To add a new PWL, you can click on the New PWL button here and you will get a pop-up. For your efficient data entry, the content is automatically pre-filled from the last time you did a workflow for Zone 1 here. You only need to edit the paragraph or the PWL information to reflect any changes since your last workflow for this location. The Hazard Assessment module is based on the conceptual model of Avalanche hazard. On this screen, we can specify the avalanche problems that you are currently dealing with. For each of these avalanche problems, you specify the character and the terrain you're concerned with using the aspect elevation rose diagram. The center is alpine, the middle is tree line, and outside, below the tree line. Each of these segments represents a different aspect. You simply click on the segments to select them or not, and then there is a number of additional options that you have if you right-click on it. Then, you have to specify a failure plan, and you get a list of all your PWLs, as well as a non-persistent option, then distribution, sensitivity, and you can add a comment about the specific avalanche problem right here. On the right hand side, you have the hazard chart that allows you to specify the expected destructive size as well as the likelihood of triggering for that particular avalanche problem. You can move this blob around, you can use these individual points to increase or decrease the size of the blob. If you move them to the corner, it will automatically collapse and then snap to the grid point. The center points indicates the typical likelihood and size, and the other 4 points the maximum and minimum values. If you want to add a new problem, click on the Add Avalanche Problem up here. You will get a new blank field. All the elements here are required. If you're not concerned about an avalanche problem anymore, you can click on the Delete button here on the right and it will be removed. Similar to the Snowpack module, this is always pre-filled from the last time you've filled this out. If you click on the Next button, you will get to a second screen within this module. And I'm showing you here the most complex setting that you can have. You can simplify it. On this screen here, you see the hazard charts with all the problems for the individual elevation ranges. So if you specify the problem to be only present in the alpine, it would only show up in the alpine chart. Below here, you see a list of problems and you can move this around to indicate what avalanche problem is more or less important. If you are mainly concerned about your storm slab, you can move that up in the list. At the bottom here, you are then able to give it a hazard rating as well as a confidence rating and write a comment about it too. In addition to a hazard rating, you can give a stability rating or both or neither. You can also choose to only have one chart and give one rating that's not elevation band specific. As before, the ratings are pre-filled from the previous workflow you did for this location. Remember to use the Snowpack module to manage your PWLs. You can configure the Hazard Assessment modules, and Snowpack and Hazard Assessment modules are automatically pre-filled with your last data entry. For more information, visit our wiki by clicking on the InfoEx logo, or keep improving your skills and move on to the next video.